Hey, Jason Baker here with Rise Real Estate. It is Friday, December 9th. Right now it's about 10:30 a.m. and hopefully I'll have a minute to get this out to you before an appointment this at noontime today. If not, you'll probably get it Monday or sometime over the weekend. But anyhow, whenever it comes to you, thanks for watching these things. Hopefully they don't suck super bad. And here we go. I wanted to talk about what we've been talking about in the last week around here is reasons to list during this right now before the biggest objection that we're getting is like, why should we list now during the holidays? Or it's really started right around Thanksgiving, right? But then or I'm waiting till spring. Number one objection I'm getting. So here's some reasons or some theory behind first, and then some reasons why people should list now during the holiday. But as a real estate agent, understand that now is an incredible time to keep going, right? Because so many of our colleagues are taking the rest of the year off, and it's super funny. Like, with the listing inventory that we carry, and we usually have a few, there's like some agents that I only hear from 6 months out of the year. Now, I don't know if they're like way luckier than me and they get to go to Arizona for 6 months, so at which time I'd be super jealous. But it just seems like so many people take their foot off the pedal for 6 months because they think things don't sell for 6 months. We sell houses every month of every year, and there's very little up or down there, right? So anyhow, it's an incredible time to keep going for those that do stop working for 6 months. Please continue to do that so we can take market share. However, for those of us that are having a little motivation issue, just keep going because you're going to have an opportunity to, take territory while others are resting, right? Now, the world has effectively gone nuts. I think we could all agree. An example of this is people were getting like half the population wasn't allowed to post on Twitter there for quite a while, and now that they can, the other half of the population says they're leaving Twitter. Is that just the definition of nuts, right? So everybody, I wish they could just get along regardless of political views. But anyhow, but it's our time to lead and encourage other people, and I have as place agents, because of course I'm talking to my agents, and I guess now I'm talking to you, so you're not a place agent. But right now, I suppose more than ever, people want to be heard, especially after COVID. They need a different kind of empathy now, a different kind of conversation. I was a Mike Ferry guy for the longest time where I was just pounding the phones and pounding the phones and pounding the phones and pounding the phones. And over time, it just didn't feel natural to me. And I just felt like I needed to spend more time and have better relationships with people in all aspects of my life, that's for sure. But really, right now, you need to listen to your clients more and remove your ulterior motive. Yeah, we all want a commission, we all want a sale, we all want to do better. Now, it does say salesperson, real estate salesperson on our license, and you should never apologize for being just that, a salesperson who perfects or increases, improves your skills in the sales realm. But realistically, they need to be heard right now more than ever. And so adjusting how we talk to people and the frequency of how often we talk to them should be increased. And just checking in on them, right? Some people need a hug and some people need an expert, and I guess either one's okay right now. Okay, so I wrote down here you need to understand now more than ever the difference between a condition and an objection, right? So a condition is I have this job. So when they say I want to wait till spring, you need to figure out whether that's just like some bullshit, objection, or if it's actually a condition. So the difference between the two is an objection is like a reflex thing, like you walk onto a car lot and they say, "Can I help you?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm just looking," right? I kind of do that a lot. I like to have a new truck. But the fact of the matter is that's a reflex objection. I am actually there to buy a vehicle. I just don't want to be bothered with a salesperson. So that's kind of an objection. Or I want to wait till spring and there's no real reason other than snow or something. That's not a condition. A condition is like, I'm not obviously going to list my house unless I get that job over in Kentucky or whatever. Okay. I don't even know where Kentucky is. I just said it. But, like I have something that has to happen before I can do that, like truly, right? But the weather and the snow and moving during the winter, and these are all just reflex objections, just kicking the can down the road for no other reason than to just kick it down the road. So understanding the difference between a real event that has to happen so that they can list or sell or buy, or just something, just low motivation or whatever else. So understand those two things. It's super important. But you really need to ask prospects right now if they own investment properties, because capital gains are going up. This cost segregation is going away, and so there's a few things we're going to talk about here. But the reasons to list during the holidays, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about cost segregation below. The reason to list during the holidays are, number one, you'll be like, for instance, like in our market, we have about 250 homes for sale, residential. So in and around Missoula, okay, Missoula County. So you'll be one of 250 versus I believe that we'll have about 350 homes for sale come spring. So it'd be one of 250 versus one of 350 or 400 in the spring. Insert whatever your numbers are, okay? When do you think you would have a better chance, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, to sell for the most amount of money? When there's 250 or when there's 350 or 400? Well, obviously, less homes for sale, more showings per property, more showings per property, more offers per property. Say that 5 times fast. Another way to say it is you do want to net the most amount of money when you sell your home, correct? Nod your head yes. Okay. Do you believe that you can net more when there are less homes on the market or when there's more homes on the market? And of course, they're going to say less. Great. That's exactly why we should meet. I have Tuesday or Wednesday available. Which day is better for you? Great. I have 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock available on Tuesday. Which time's better? Okay, great. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Number two, tax codes are changing, especially when it comes to cost segregation. So anyone considering not selling or buying, cost segregation is one of the best ways. A cost segregation appraisal. I'm not a tax attorney or an accountant, but it's something that I use to lower the amount the government tells me to use so that I can lower the amount of tax I paid. Well, in their infinite wisdom, the government is phasing that out over the next 5 years, but you should really read up on it. Perhaps you or your clients want to buy something because of it. So it's another reason why people should get out there and buy now. Because if they buy now, this year, they're going to have 20% better tax situation than last year under the cost segregation rule, that they're evaporating 20% per year over the next 5 years. Stupid, but there you go. Number three, right now rates are 6.5-ish. Many experts are saying they'll rise to 8. If you're purchasing a home, what do you want to just like intentionally pay $300 to $500 more per month? Well, Jason, I heard the prices are going to be going down. Fantastic. Perhaps are you more concerned about payment or what you pay, or perhaps both? Well, I'm interested in both. Okay, great. That's exactly why we could meet. I'll show you how we can help you negotiate the best deal. One that if the market does go down a little bit, you're protected, and help you get in with a lower rate. Great. We'll run the payments on both. Here's the thing. They used to pay 100, 150 over. They don't have to pay that anymore. So even if the rate went up just with that, it's a huge amount. You can do a 2-1 or 3-1 buy down. Okay, great. Get the low. I just got 2 points lower on my rate on an investment property I just bought. So there's always a way to do that, right? What you got to do is you got to be an expert for them, right? Run some payments, have them get with the right mortgage person, that kind of thing. Now, another reason why you should list during the holidays or transact during the holidays is if you're listing is your home looks amazing. People love how homes look during Christmas, right? My gosh, I can't even walk through my house right now. My wife has a thing decorated so crazy. It's unbelievable. I guess any other time of season, it's all my hunting stuff all over the porch and everywhere. But anyhow, Sarah gets her time of year for sure. It's easier to pause showings this time of year because people understand it is the holidays. Well, I don't want people over my house on Christmas. Great. We can also just tell them to come the day before or the day after or next week. Super easy. Because if you're not on the market, you can't sell. I know that's a real smart one right there, right? Our team has X amount of buyers looking in the area. Okay, if you're not on the market, you're not going to be taking advantage of that. There are other tax reasons to buy before the end of the year. Some people have 1031 expiring, that they need to locate a home, etc. Lots of people right now trying to relocate over this way, and also there's very few rentals in Missoula right now, and so rents are oftentimes more than a mortgage, although that's becoming less and less true as the interest rates go up. But there are a lot of incoming university students, right? So especially here in and around Missoula, so they might be buying a home because it's a safe place to put their money, or safer than a bank account right now, in my opinion. So the fact of the matter is that maybe that's a good reason to be on the market right now. Okay. Again, interest rates. If they're going to go buy something, it's going to be lower for them right now. And right now, another great reason to keep working this year or to list right now is only serious buyers are out in this cold and all this snow that we've been blessed with. So there's lots of good reasons to encourage people to list and to buy during times like this. So hopefully that was helpful to you. I also wanted to remind you that this coming 14th, 12/14, December 14th at 10 a.m., I'm doing a training on team building and how to increase your hourly rate, like how to not do things that you shouldn't be doing in order to build your business faster, whether you're trying to start a team and leverage and things like that, or just if you're the team, if you're it, just how to do a little bit better every day, maybe schedule or some things like that so you can increase your profitability in 2023. So there's no cost for that. There's no recruiting, anything like that. Come over, we'll hang out. We're going to get some barbecue after. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If not, delete. All right, take care.